did you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe it.
Underwater object. This unusual sighting was captured by a webcam overlooking the coastline of Encinitas, California. Let's take a look. The footage, recorded in May 2020 at around 10:30 p.m., shows a flashing light in the water. The light moves several meters, then appears to emerge from the water. It hovers for a moment, continues flashing, and then vanishes completely. If you look closely, you can also see some stunning bioluminescence in the waves in the foreground. So, what could this flashing object be? Interestingly, the webcam was removed the very next day, and the footage was erased from the archive. This isn't the first time UFO activity has been reported off the California coast. One of the most famous examples is the Nimitz incident, where in 2004 and 2005, several U.S. Navy pilots encountered unidentified flying objects during training exercises. Then, in 2019, the U.S. Department of Defense released videos showing encounters between military aircraft and unidentified objects. The videos, recorded with advanced sensors and cameras, depict objects moving at incredible speeds and performing maneuvers that seem impossible. In one clip, an object can be seen flying rapidly before descending into the ocean. The Department of Defense stated that these videos were released to promote transparency and address misconceptions surrounding the sightings. This raises an interesting question. Why is there so much UFO activity near the California coast? Many believe that secret alien bases might be hidden in oceans around the world. This theory isn't new. UFO enthusiasts have speculated for years that extraterrestrials could be living beneath the ocean. For instance, in 2014, strange lights were spotted off the coast of Malibu, California. Paranormal expert Jimmy Church later told ABC 7 News that he had identified a possible explanation using Google Earth. Church discovered a strange oval-shaped structure in the water near Point Doom in Malibu. He suggested it could be an underwater alien base located about 6 miles off the coast. So, what do you think? Could aliens really be hiding in secret underwater bases deep beneath the sea? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. Astrophotographer captures a flying object. An Australian astrophotographer captured a peculiar object hovering in the sky, later shared on Reddit by user Betasa. The photo shows a triangular-shaped object against a clear backdrop, sparking curiosity and debate. While the triangular body is distinct, the object's true nature remains uncertain. Some speculate it could be a small, triangle-shaped alien craft. Others propose a more ordinary explanation, suggesting it might be a balloon, specifically a letter-shaped balloon resembling an A. What's your take on this sighting? Alien craft or just a balloon? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Reddit user Revantax shared footage of what seems to be a UFO zipping past an airplane window on a sunny day. What's intriguing is how close the object comes to the plane, and that it's flying low enough to potentially appear on radar. The encounter lasts just a split second, barely long enough to register. Skeptics argue that it's suspicious the passenger was filming the empty sky just as the UFO appeared. While this timing seems convenient, it's not unusual for people to film out their airplane windows, especially in today's social media age. Strange object in sky. A video uploaded by YouTube user Mysterious Things features footage of a UFO that stands out due to its apparent technological sophistication. Filmed over a crowd in Quebec in 2018, this craft doesn't resemble anything we've seen before. The UFO appears highly advanced, more akin to something from a sci-fi movie than conventional aircraft. The clip is short, with shaky camera work, but the details that are visible are enough to raise eyebrows. Bright lights line the sides of the craft, creating a futuristic design that's hard to dismiss. With no clear explanation for the craft's origin, this sighting seems to tip the scales toward the possibility of an alien encounter. Strange craft spotted from plane. There's minimal information about this footage, reportedly filmed by a couple flying over Poland on a commercial flight. The video shows a massive, floating object drifting past their plane. If anyone has insights about this clip or can translate what the couple is saying, feel free to share your input in the comments below. Alien at the door. Few individuals have the extraterrestrial reputation of Stan Romanek. He claims to have experienced multiple alien encounters, including abductions, telepathic communication, and even being coerced into breeding to create alien hybrid children. This footage is said to be evidence of one of those encounters. According to Romanek, the night this video was recorded, he had fallen asleep at his computer while his stepson was hosting a sleepover. In the middle of the night, something woke him. Still groggy, he thought he saw one of the kids running through the house naked. However, upon checking, he found all of them asleep upstairs. Just as he was about to give up looking, he noticed something unsettling at his sliding glass door. Take a look. As you can see, the figure closely resembles the classic image of an alien often depicted in popular culture. It has gray skin and large, dark, almond-shaped eyes. The being remains motionless, staring through the doorway, even as the camera is aimed directly at it. So, what do you think? Could Romanek's claims of extraterrestrial encounters be genuine? While this footage has been analyzed by various experts, opinions remain divided on its authenticity. Mysterious craft. This next clip has been circulated online with altered titles and changing details over the years, making it hard to trace its origins. But the footage itself is undeniably intriguing. An unusual object appears to spin in mid-air. It has a rusty brown hue and seems to emit a flashing light at its center. The video is shaky, likely because the object is very far away. This becomes evident when the person filming zooms out, reducing the object to a tiny speck in the distance. Fortunately, Reddit user SingKit stabilized the footage, allowing us to see finer details that weren't visible before. This version claims the clip was filmed in Spain over 5 years ago. However, another version of the same footage claims it was recorded in Denver, Colorado. With the location and titles shifting, it raises questions about the video's credibility. Still, it's a fascinating piece of footage that makes you wonder whether aliens could indeed be observing Earth. Strange UAP. This 17-second clip, shared by Reddit user Like Greek, might be enough to turn skeptics into believers. Filmed in Hong Kong on April 19, 2021, the footage shows a mysterious sight in the night sky. A large, ominous-looking object descends through a hazy night sky over the cityscape. The object, which has a somewhat undefined shape, is illuminated by a series of lights that make it stand out against the darkness. The glimpse is fleeting as the object glides smoothly before disappearing behind a tall city building. Its unusual, shapeless appearance sparks a variety of questions. Could it be a group of drones? Perhaps. However, the visible lines on the object make it unlikely that it's a cluster of military drones. It's possible this could be an amateur-organized drone show designed to add an air of mystery to Hong Kong's skyline. The smooth, natural movements of the object add to the intrigue. Some have suggested it could be a flock of birds flying over the city, but this theory doesn't account for the clearly visible lights. It's also possible that the lights could be reflections from pale-colored birds, creating the illusion of floating lights in the sky. So I'll leave this one up to you. What do you think this footage has captured? Share your thoughts below. Bizarre flying object. This next UFO sighting was reportedly recorded on September 8, 2018, and uploaded to YouTube by Rob Chapman. The incident took place in Havertimber, Wiltshire, England. The footage begins with a single bright object glowing in the sky. Suddenly, the object splits into two separate UFOs. The two objects seem to move in harmony, resembling two fish gliding gracefully through the sky. Both objects have long tails that streak across the night sky. The most peculiar moment occurs midway through the video, when the UFOs emit dazzling bursts of light, almost like fireworks. While the narrator considers whether this could simply be a fireworks display, the way the objects move casts doubt on that theory. After the supposed fireworks show, the objects continue their synchronized movements before suddenly vanishing. So, what exactly was captured on this footage? This is the first recorded instance of UFOs releasing firework-like bursts. While video editing could explain the scene, it seems more likely that this is a case of mistaken identity. Throughout the video, the narrator notes how the objects seem to be controlled, performing rolling maneuvers similar to how a child might steer a remote-controlled car. It's entirely possible that what we're seeing is a set of remote-controlled planes with fireworks attached to their wings. Unknown sighting. On September 21, 2006, NASA shared a still image captured in space that remains a mystery. The image shows a peculiar white object floating through space, resembling a jellyfish drifting in the ocean. Astronaut Daniel Burbank took the photo at approximately 11 a.m. while aboard the Space Shuttle Atlantis. NASA's official statement suggested the object could be some type of small debris, but they couldn't provide a definitive answer, leaving it classified as unidentified. So, what do you think it could be? A strange white form drifting through space certainly raises questions. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Alien in my backyard.
It was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature. He was a gray-greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. Like the same experience as having sleep paralysis. Keep in mind, I'm staring at him, and I look at his whole body, and he has a weird-looking feet and a big face, and eyes, and you can see a big mouth.
TikToker Streets of Heaven Are Gold posted a video recounting a bizarre chain of events in his neighborhood, which quickly gained traction online. The incident allegedly took place on May 1st, 2023, around midnight, in the backyard of his Las Vegas home. According to the TikToker, he and his brother heard an unusual noise overhead and saw a bright light descending from the sky. Moments later, they heard a loud crash as something hit the ground. What followed was even stranger. The brothers began hearing footsteps all around them. That's when the TikToker claimed he saw an entity standing between 8 and 10 feet tall with a slim, elongated frame. His father, who also witnessed the figure, told the boys to go inside. The TikToker captured footage, though he admitted the creature isn't clearly visible in the video. Later, while retrieving tools, the TikToker claimed to encounter another similar being. He described it as tall and thin with a large face, greenish-gray skin, and unusual feet. When he locked eyes with the creature, he said his body froze, comparing the experience to sleep paralysis. Seconds later, he regained movement and ran inside, calling 911. During the 911 call, he reported, "There's like a huge person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes. This is real." Police soon arrived, and one officer confirmed seeing something fall from the sky earlier that night, which was captured on their body cam. Upon investigating the backyard, the officers discovered a perfect circle on the ground. Before leaving, one officer jokingly told the family, "If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us. Deal with it yourself." The family returned inside and began praying, only to hear a loud, human-like scream from the backyard. The TikToker promised a follow-up video, but his account has since been deleted. While skeptics claim the story might have been fabricated for attention, some elements, like the police's account and body cam footage, lend an air of credibility. The Airshow UFO, a mysterious flying object captured at the 2022 Miami Air and Sea Show, has ignited debates about whether extraterrestrials might already be living among us. Former NBA sports agent David Sugarman was at the Air and Sea Show in May when he accidentally recorded something unusual. While filming a jet flying overhead, an unidentified object can be seen quickly moving from the bottom of the screen upwards. In the original footage, the object is almost impossible to notice. However, when slowed down, you can clearly see it moving through the air. It even appears to rise directly out of the water. On closer examination, the object seems to rotate, with a reflective glint visible as it moves. Sugarman shared the clip on Twitter, hoping for answers. The footage quickly went viral as hundreds of people tried to figure out what the strange flying object could be. Some suggested it might just be a bird, but considering the jet's speed and the fact that the footage is slowed down, the bird would have to be flying at an extraordinary velocity. Others shared their own footage of similar sightings. One clip, shared by Twitter user 528vibes, shows a comparable object rotating in the same way. So, what exactly did David Sugarman capture at the Miami Air and Sea Show? Despite thousands of people analyzing the footage, the mysterious UFO remains unidentified. Shape-shifting. UFO. This sighting dates back to 2013 and features a green particle beam that shoots down onto a man's car. As you can imagine, the man quickly gets out of his car once the beam starts coming through the windshield. In this one, a car in the outback is covered by a beam, and the car is even lifted off the ground before collapsing again, seemingly chased by a UFO. Now, let's take a closer look at the video from 2013. In the footage, you can clearly see a glowing green light illuminating the man's car. It almost seems like the light is scanning the car, or at least interacting with it in some way. The beam is slow and almost seems to swirl around the car in a way that makes it look like it's investigating or maybe even affecting the vehicle. The strange thing is, there's no visible beam coming down from the sky. It's just this glowing light, which is pretty odd when you consider how beams typically look in UFO footage. Plus, the man's car starts acting strangely, and you can hear a strange noise. Almost like a whistling sound as the beam interacts with the car. Imagine driving down the road, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden, your car starts acting up, and this glowing light appears above you. How would you react? It's no wonder this footage has sparked so much curiosity and debate. Of course, the quality of the video is not perfect, and it was shot at night, so that makes things a little harder to decipher. But the visual elements are fascinating. Moving on to the second video, which was captured in 2020, we have footage enhanced with an AI filter. This video came from government classified materials released by Tom DeLonge's To the Stars Academy. Tom, a former member of Blink-182, has been vocal about his UFO research, and he's been sharing some crazy footage and information with the public. This video shows a UFO-like object releasing what seems to be a smaller orb. At first glance, this might seem like a typical UFO sighting, but when AI is used to enhance the image, things get even more bizarre. The object appears to have some sort of lens or eyeball on top, which gives it a strange and eerie look. It's almost as if the object is watching something, or maybe even scanning it. And that's not all. The enhanced footage reveals spiky, sharp elements around the object, which some believe could be part of the propulsion system, possibly creating a distortion in the air. This has been a recurring theory in UFO sightings, especially when objects appear blurry or surrounded by a sort of haze. What's interesting here is that the AI enhancement makes the footage clearer, but not always in the way you might expect. While the original footage was grainy and blurry, AI tries to clean it up, but sometimes it ends up distorting things further, making it harder to determine whether the image is real or just the result of digital manipulation. AI might enhance the pixels, but it doesn't necessarily tell us if the object is genuinely a UFO or just an artifact of poor quality footage. In fact, I've been questioning how much we can really trust AI when it comes to UFO footage. Sure, AI can enhance clarity and make certain features stand out, but it can't always account for the subtle nuances that could reveal whether something is real or fake. For example, in this particular case, the AI made the sharp edges of the object more defined, but it's possible that the software was just trying to interpret the pixels in the image based on patterns it recognizes. Another interesting element in this footage is the way the orb seems to move. The AI-enhanced version shows the object moving through the air, and it almost looks like it's releasing smaller orbs that fly off in different directions. This concept of mini UFOs has come up before in other sightings, where larger crafts appear to deploy smaller crafts. This idea has sparked theories that UFOs might be like motherships, carrying smaller drones or exploration vehicles. I also found it fascinating that despite the AI enhancement, we can still see the object's movement distorting the surrounding environment. This distortion is believed to be caused by the propulsion system of the UFO, which is often theorized to create a gravitational or electromagnetic field around it. Some even claim that the blurry, hazy effect is a sign of the craft manipulating space and time as it moves. So, is this footage real or not? Honestly, it's hard to say. There's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to UFO sightings, especially when we're dealing with blurry, grainy footage. AI might help us see more details, but it also adds a layer of complexity that can make it difficult to distinguish between genuine evidence and digital artifacts. In any case, these videos are part of a larger trend where UFO sightings are becoming more mainstream. Just a few years ago, these types of videos would have been easily dismissed as fake or manipulated. Now, with government releases and advancements in technology, it's harder to ignore the possibility that something strange is happening in our skies. Whether these sightings are evidence of extraterrestrial life, advanced military technology, or something else entirely, is still up for debate. One thing is certain, though. The fascination with UFOs and the possibility of alien life isn't going away anytime soon. With more people capturing footage and sharing it online, we might be getting closer to understanding what's really going on. And as always, we'll keep asking the big questions. What's out there, and why are they visiting us? Until we get some definitive answers, the mystery continues. So, what do you think? Do these videos look like real UFOs, or are they just digital tricks? Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this conversation going. The truth might be out there, but it's going to take some careful investigation to find it.